So I watched a TikTok yesterday by Sarah Buckley. I don't know if any of you follow her. She's really, really funny. She's just a totally funny, relatable mum. And she was talking about how she'd taken her son to the doctor regarding his ADHD, and the doctor completely brushed her off. And that just threw me back in time to when my son was younger. Um, he was diagnosed with high functioning autism when he was about 6. And back then, one of his major issues was sleep. I'm sure many of you can relate to that. He just did not sleep. And obviously, we couldn't go to sleep till he was asleep because you can't just leave him to wander about. Obviously, it's just unsafe. And we both worked and had other children in the house, and it was just a nightmare. We were just exhausted. So, one of the autism support groups suggested going to see the GP, which I did. So, I take him to the GP, explain the situation, and the first thing the GP says is, "And who told you he has autism?" It's like, well, he's diagnosed, it should all be in his notes there, in front of you. And he says, well, autism is such a broad spectrum. We're all a little bit autistic. And then he suggested removing screen time before bed and lavender to calm him. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, we're not all a little bit autistic. It's just bullshit. Did I say that to the doctor? No. I was that shocked and taken aback. I just left. I went home and cried about it. I was devastated. I was so embarrassed. I was like, I'm asking for help and that's what you suggest. How dare you say that? If my partner had been there, if he had been in that appointment, it would have ended very differently. He's so quick off the mark and he would not let that slide. And he said to me, look, Jenny, you're going to have to suck it up. There's a long road ahead of us. He's going to need help. He's going to need support, and we're the ones that has to get it for him. So we both went the way. We went to loads of different courses. We educated ourselves on autism, educated ourselves as to what his rights were as a child in education, like what he was entitled to, what support we could get for him. And it was a long road and we did have a lot of battles, but we managed to get him statemented, I think, by P5. So he has a full-time LSA and she's gone with him to high school. He's now 13. Absolutely thriving, so smart, top set in his class. Been many bumps in the road, but I feel like we've got there. So it was just for any other parents that are going through the same thing, just to say, like, don't give up and don't let people like that just talk shit to you. Just know your rights, know your child's rights, and be prepared to fight. And it's not always easy, but there's plenty of support out there, friends, family, support groups, whatever you need. You just, as he said to me, suck it up and do it. It's our job. We're parents, that's what we're here for.